Sorry we're late. It was totally my fault again that we're this late. Hi, welcome in. My name is Anne. You can catch me on Instagram at Dusty Wings Illustration or Ekans the BP. These are my homies, and this is our kind of creepy centered campaign. Yeah, just coming into the fall season, things are gonna get dark real quick. But for now, we're safe, maybe. But yeah, let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves and some of the folks and companies that we love.
Hey everyone, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005, two B's, two zeros. And I want to say thank you to Griffin Co. Griffin Co. was our longest time sponsor. We love them. They make almost everything under the sun. Check them out at griffinco.com. And on checkout, use promo code Fable42 to get 22% off your purchase. Thank you.
And hello, my name is Chris. You know me as Avaran, and you can find me on Instagram as The Real Chris S, as well as Twitch and PlayStation as Agent Fox 5. And I'm here to shout out Underground Oracle. You can check them out at undergroundoracle.com or Drive Through RPG. They create wonderful resources for both players and DMs alike. They have their new cipher system with lots of cool one-shots. There's a sci-fi setting to it. There's a really cool fantasy setting. And so definitely a lot of cool stuff for you to check out, which again, you can find them at undergroundoracle.com. And after you do that, you should also check out our friends at Nine Realms Creations, because they hand make all of their products from natural wood, no plastic shit, real deal here. And they just create really quality gaming accessories and more. You can actually use a promo code with them, Fabled42, to get 10% off on your next purchase at ninerealmscreation.com.
And then when you're doing that, side note, I'm Mackenzie. Hi. I go by Mascot on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I do Critical Dice shoutouts, which thecriticaldice.com, 20% off Fabled42 at checkout, or you can do our giveaways. We have one that we start now until our break, and then one after break until the end. So you have 2 chances to win a set of Critical Dice, hitting !critical in our chat, and it'll log you into our giveaway, so you guys could get a chance to get some dice. Most recent update from the Critical Dice that I have is that Jason posted a story about the deck of stories, where you could apparently write your own adventure. I'm assuming you can buy it at thecriticaldice.com, and you could just, I assume, pick cards and it can detail out the themes and plots of your adventures, what I'm assuming. So that's available at thecriticaldice.com. Then after you're done doing that, go ahead and head over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, and check out all of the content that we have on there that's from past shows, future shows of this game. We're very far into our campaign, so if you're lost at any chance, you can go back to our YouTube and visit any of those episodes. All of our Crypt Creatures is on there. All other shows that have been on Fable42 are on there. So that is our archive for all of our stuff. You should go over there, hit subscribe. At 1,000 subs on YouTube, we will be having a special giveaway. And we're very close to that. So anything we can do to try to get as close to the giveaway as possible. And that's all for me.
It's all you, DM. Oh shit, you muted yourself.
I
Hello. I'm back. Yes. Okay, great. Well, also don't forget that if you are subbed to us, you do have the ability to give one of our players or me a extra roll or a luck roll. If you want to pick a player, let us know who they are, and they might need that, or it can roll over till their next game. But all right, let's see. So where we left off was an intense match. In order to escape the aboleth, we did have one of the characters who first appeared as a pretty shy, kind of just nothing really special about him guy, trying to live up to the rest of the crewmates he was very intimidated by. And he was given a little bit of encouragement from the team very early on. Ended up having this secret ability, like sorcerer's ability, that was really rare. They found this out after he used that ability to save as many players as he could, or as many players, as many characters as he could from the aboleth when it did its killing blow to the ship, or what they assumed was a killing blow. That magic ability was the ability to manipulate time and space. So they ended up 100 years into the future on this same ship. They are still exploring the ship. Toddle is kind of making the rounds as he's going through it. But they found out through a journal left on the ship that some of the crewmates did survive. And as Avaran is kind of peeking through the pages here with Calamity, it turns out that quite a few members of the crew survived. I didn't say this last time on the game because, I assumed Avaran was just kind of skimming through the pages, but Avaran, you did pick up that some of the crew members that survived was the rat guy that y'all saved earlier. He survived. The captain of the ship and his wife survived as well. Although almost gravely injured, took some time to recover, but eventually led a team of their own to eventually leave the ship. Some did stay behind to settle on this bank, and just kind of make a living there for a couple of generations. But the rest of the crew did leave and go to live in the city. And there's a couple of names that were left there, of children, I guess, of the crew, of the captain's litter. But there was quite more survivors than y'all anticipated, and it did bring you that bit of happiness. But after finding that out, at this point, they were left a very detailed map of the area and a very peculiar amulet from some sort of mineral that no one on the ship has ever seen before. But there is detail on the map, a cavern where she did find this gem. But otherwise, they don't know what it does or anything. But it's beautiful. Also, they don't know really what has happened. Everyone they've ever known their entire lives is now in the past. Even the ability to manipulate time is new, a new type of magic, and it seems the only crew members who were familiar with this sorcerer's magic were just a couple of the crew members, including Denny. So that's where we leave off. I'll say some time has passed, and everyone is pretty settled down onto the ship right now. There's a couple of tents being put up. People are trying to decide in groups where to go to start gathering more supplies. It looks like no one's really lived on this ship in a number of years. There are some canned, pickled goods that are still around that Denny found, but other than that, half of the ship is still left unexplored. So what do you guys do?
I'm going to say that during that time, I'm going to have made a copy of the map to give to the crew. Because I have a roll of parchment on me.
Sweet.
I think Calamity is gonna try to stay in the warmer spots of this new atmosphere that we're in. So he's definitely gonna be on the ship, and he's gonna be looking around to some of the rooms, some of the places that we, I guess, haven't seen. I don't know if this is the same ship or not, but I'm gonna just go around and look around in the different rooms. Explore the ship.
Roll investigation, as well as survival, because it's also full of creepy crawlers.
All right. Which would you like me to roll first?
Investigation.
All right, here we go. Well, that's a nat 1. I'll take it.
Oh no.
That was on the peach die, Chris.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, survival check. Let's see how bad it gets.
All right, we're gonna use the plum die now, Mackenzie.
Go plum die.
I had my fellow players pick my dice for me tonight. Okay. So this is nature, we said?
Survival.
Plus 6. A total of 21 survival.
Okay. So I'm going to say, as you're kind of pacing through. You're gonna fall clean through the deck of the ship. You're gonna step on some rotten or like kind of half frozen pieces of broken wood, and you're gonna fall through. But with your amazing survival check, you are gonna land safely with some acrobatic shit. But you do land at the very bottom, lowest level of the ship deck, and it's all around you. It's really dark.
I'm gonna like peer my like big blue like rabbit eyes, and we're just gonna squint because I do not have dark vision. I am the only one in the team without dark vision. And as I squint, I start kind of getting a little bit uncomfortable because I'm kind of alone. I am at the complete bottom of the ship. I see like holes and holes and holes from the top, and I get a little nervous. And out of nowhere, these lavender and like wine red colored butterflies start to like glisten and float around me and give me light. And now that I have light down here, what do I see?
Ooh, you see not a whole lot. You do actually see a couple of crates that they seem to be sealed, haven't been opened in a long time. All just piles and piles of snow on top of them, or not even snow anymore, just like really thick black ice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see a couple of chests too further down from you. And it looks like you're standing on what once was a really elaborate tapestry / rug.
I'm going to look at this very lavish rug and check it out.
Okay. Roll a history check.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my inspiration on this. History. Let's take a look. +1. 16 history.
Okay, that's not bad. It looks like it's from some of the southern islands that are pretty much ran by the majority as humans, is what you learned from some of the texts that you've encountered so far in your journey. And yeah, it's kind of almost very similar to like Celtic knotting, but a little bit more organic in shape. Everything's really intricately patterned. It looks like the dominant colors are green and red. And it looks to have some sort of symbol in the dead center of it. It looks like the shape of a crescent moon.
Interesting. Is this easy to like roll up?
Not really. It's like a 10-foot long rug. It's like 10 by 5.
I see.
And it's pretty frozen. You'd have to thaw it, and it'll be wet and heavy.
Okay.
But doable.
Do I Do I happen to feel anything special from this rug, like energy-wise?
I say with that roll too, it's very, because from what you've seen because you've never been to the Southern Islands, you've only read like histories about it.
Mm-hmm.
But from what illustrations and paintings and the original tapestry that you are carrying around with you still, it doesn't look like a style that's very modern. It looks like this particular thing is like super old. Like you don't know if it predates the war or not. But it's freaking not really what you would expect from that place. But you can tell it is because of some of the nodding.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to leave this rug be for now. And I'm going to just hop around to the next thing that catches my eye that you mentioned that I could see.
Probably some of the crates. They're stacked pretty high. There's like a good like 20, 25 of them.
I am, as the clumsy bunny that I am going to, for some reason, think it's a good idea to try to hop to the top to start from like looking what's in the boxes from the top of
Okay.
like that mountain of boxes.
Roll a strength check really quick to break the ice.
Oh, the boxes are frozen in ice?
Yeah. In the meantime, Avran and Toddle, what are you up to?
So for me, last I remember I was sleeping. May I hit the button? May I hit the long rest button?
At this point, yeah, it's a long rest for you for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been several hours.
I was sleeping. So I think I'll leave the investigation to Vera, Calamity, and Avaran. I think I'll leave them to go on and investigate. I think we should. I think my Toddle would be best be used upgrading, and I think he's gonna go to work and make some potions. We got to do our experimental elixir. So let's see. I gotta roll. I think it's a D6. GW, do you remember if it's a D6? I think it's a D6.
Yeah, inspiration is a D6.
No, for the experimental elixir.
Oh, the HP you get? The temp HP?
Yeah, it's a D6.
It's
no. It's the experimental elixir for artificers.
Oh, I see. To see what you get. Gotcha, yeah.
So I'm gonna make a swiftness potion. And I get another one. So we got one swiftness and one transformation. And I do have the alchemist fly on hand. Okay. So we got 2 new elixirs to the pile.
Sweet.
I think I'm gonna make stuff. Let's see. What am I gonna make? I need to. I don't know if this requires attuning. Let me see. It's the spell storing item where you can have an item, like it's any object, and you put a spell in it, and you can cast that spell 8 times. So that's a new thing I read about at level 11 that I haven't been doing. So I'm gonna be working on that.
You don't have to attune to it. It's free.
It's just a freebie, like just put 2 things. This thing, I have a pen, I have an apple pen. Yeah.
Yep. It's that easy.
Pineapple pen.
I have a pen. I have
apple,
an
pineapple,
apple.
Pineapple pen.
Pineapple pen. So okay. Then I'm gonna actually. So something I have nothing attuned. I am gonna attune to something. So I got a box. I remember when we did that whole side quest.
Oh, the fucking puzzle box. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Right? I only vaguely remembered it because I was
Oh
up to
no.
look for something in the Discord.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I have that. So Toddle is gonna be making stuff, and he's also like, whenever that's done, he'll be attuning to that. And then if anyone like has any damaged equipment, I want to make sure everyone is like back up to speed. He could do like healing, like he could do some wound treatment on people who have been hurt, you know. So like he's kind of like medic ward / builder, like smithery at the same time.
Okay, what are you gonna do first? Because to attune to this box, something's gonna happen to you as it's happening.
Oh, the attuning
It's gonna occupy you.
Let's do that. It depends on how long we're gonna be on the boat. I'd say just say now. Like we could attune to it now.
Okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
Avran, what are you doing? So far, you were just kind of looking through the journal and the map. You see Toddle is kind of being a busybody, and Calamity just up and disappeared. So what are you up to?
Hopped on down the bunny trail.
Yes.
Remind me, was it just the seer that knew we had jumped forward 100 years, or did Denny know as well?
I think Denny was told
It was
by
told.
the seer. Yeah.
So I'm gonna look for Denny then.
Okay. So you're on the way. We're gonna pan back to Calamity. Calamity, what was your roll?
My roll for strength was a surprising total of 12. I did use an inspiration on that. Thank you.
Okay. All right, that's not bad. I mean, you break some of the ice. There's a couple of boxes you aren't able to access, but you were able to open the 3 sitting at the very top.
Okay.
And yeah, roll. Let's see what you got.
No.
Are you gonna break them open?
I would like to open them. If it takes me breaking them to open it, then that's what I shall do.
Okay. I think a lot of them you can just crank open. Since you already broke through the ice.
I'm gonna crank that
And-
shit.
So it looks like the first crate is just filled with wine.
Oh.
A shitload of really kind of different types of red wine.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Over.
open the next crate, and it's a lot of the same. It looks like there's also, or there was, different sort of pieces of bread that were wrapped in like cheesecloth, but all of that is just hard as rock and not edible anymore.
Okay.
You do open the third box, and it looks like it's just a bunch of papers, like parchments and books, a couple of other small journals, and it looks like a younger kid broke into it at some point or was putting little trinkets in it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
For this crate in particular, go ahead and roll investigation again.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chris. But I'm gonna have to jail the peach die. Okay.
That's fine.
No, no.
I'm going to the plum. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay, Mackenzie, I see you, Mackenzie.
The plum hits.
All right, so this is a history. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Investigation.
Investigation. All right, so I got
Yeah.
a +1 on that. So this is gonna be a total of 21 investigation.
Nice. Oh, was that a natural 20?
No, it was a 19.
Okay. Well, amazing. Yeah, you see all of the things. Fuck, what's in here? There's a lot of journal entries. If you want to look specifically, kind of mark the history of this ship, you can probably find good clues here. So if you have any specific questions about the history of the ship, let me know. You can probably find it in this box. You
Okay.
also see a couple of trinkets from this kid who liked to collect shiny things. And you do see a ring in there. And it looks like inside the ring looks to be kind of like that smoky kind of like, oh, it's a diamond, but with like, what do you call it? Like smoky looking trails of black through the diamond.
Ooh.
And it has a little bit of a hum to it. So it's very obviously a magic ring. There's also a necklace with gems on it as well. And it looks like a couple of nice shirts, like tunics. And really like nice silk material. Like there's a couple of green ones, some purple, a couple of scarves too with the really nice like intricate pattern on them. And a couple of like little bells and a tambourine.
Bells and a tambourine. Wow, I haven't heard of tambourine in a long time. Tambourine.
Yeah, and it's old, but not that old. I mean, maybe it's preserved pretty well.
So I'm definitely going to pocket the book or the parchment or the paper that tells me the history of kind of this ship. I'm definitely gonna keep that. And I love everything in here. And I'm definitely going to kind of pick up the ring and like kind of look at it.
Mhm.
Wow. I'm gonna pocket that. And this nice necklace with the gems on it.
Yeah.
What color are the gems? Like, what color is the necklace? Is it like silver? Is it gold? What are we looking at?
It's purple and it's inlaid with silver.
Purple inlaid with silver. I
And
love
it's very
it.
loud. It's almost like costume jewelry.
Interesting. I
It's
like it.
theater jewelry.
I'm going to pocket that. And
Okay.
silver.
There's
And
some good shit in here, man.
there are. You said that, and those are the only boxes that I was kind of strong enough to open.
Yeah, you'd have to move. If you got help from a couple people, you can probably access the larger boxes beneath them. But they require a strength check of at least 18 to open because they are latched on there pretty tight.
Gotcha. Oh, I wish we had a strong person here. Oh well. I'm gonna hop to back to the rug, and like,
Okay.
you know, the butterflies just kind of just floating gently around the room still. So everything is
Okay.
kind of like purple and like wine red. And I'm going to look at the kind of frozen carpet. I'm going to think, and I'm going to remember that time where I caught on fire because that one guy was like trying to hurt my friends. And I'm going to think about that time when I was practicing magic with Avaran. Okay. And I'm going to put my hands out and I'm going to think warming thoughts. And
Oh boy.
I am going to cast, without meaning to, I'm just thinking warming thoughts. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
And I'm just think warm. And so I typically have to roll to hit, but I mean, it's a carpet. I'll just do a little.
Yeah. If it's a nat 1, let me know.
It's a 14 plus stuff.
Okay.
And typically, I don't know if you remember this, Anne, but when I do this, when Calamity does this, it doesn't shoot from me like in a beam. It just kind of ignites. It's just like a bad luck igniting something. So that's what he's doing to try to warm up the carpet.
Give me roll damage to see how strong this firebolt is.
Okay. All right. So it's just going to be 3 of these. I don't like how good that was, but whatever. So I got. That's gonna be 23 points of fire.
Oof. Okay. Well, it's a big rug. So, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say it does start to melt a lot of the ice off of the edges. But as kind of that. Because it's also dust, so it does ignite the top of the ice at first, but it is starting to melt it. I would say that's a pretty significant amount. So we'll say it melts most of the ice off of it, so it's just really heavy and wet. But it does singe a little bit of the pattern. But then by the time the fire goes out, it's thawed. You know, that's enough to thaw it for sure.
Okay.
But it's just soaking wet now. You even start to hear the ship kind of creak a little bit as the weight sort of increases.
Oops. Now I'm gonna, after I see that it's been thoroughly thawed, and it's just like nice and squishy and wet.
It's full of steam in this room now.
I'm just there's gonna be a moment of like kind of pride for like the first time, and like something that I can do, like I did something on purpose and it worked. And I'm just like, and then all of a sudden everything I just get covered in like steam.
Yeah, you're nice and soft and moisturized right now.
I just picture your ears going like
Yeah, you're like gonna come out so fluffy.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
at this point I'm just like, Avaran! Avaran! Just yell
At
out.
that, we're gonna pan over to Avran. You're gonna walk over and you're gonna see Denny just still standing on the opposite side of the ship, kind of looking out into the mountains.
Okay. I'll walk up next to him. Well, first off, do I hear Calamity?
Not yet. He
Okay.
hasn't gotten there yet.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to Denny and just kind of, stand next to him, looking out towards the mountains. And I'll say to him, "How are you feeling, Denny? Does your shoulder hurt you at all?"
No, I mean, I'm as good as I can be. And he's like kind of stretching his shoulders. He rolls them a little bit, and then he almost forgets that he's missing his arm. But he kind of looks at it. I've had worse.
I just kind of like double take at that, like to imagine that he's had worse than losing an entire arm. Well, Calamity brought me something that I feel might possibly cheer you up a little. In this box that he gave me was a diary of Liara's. And the entries in the diary would indicate that she and several other crew members survived. I
I
don't. Oh, please.
And he kind of is startled at that and looks over at the notebook in your hand.
I hand it to him.
And he takes it a little reluctantly, but he kind of looks at it for a good minute, and then he kind of sets it on the rail of the ship. I don't know if I'm ready to read that yet. I grew up with these crewmates since I was a boy. I don't think I'm ready for that. But I'm glad Liara made it.
Well, I understand. And, beyond Liara, there was the captain, his wife, there were other crew members, even that funny looking rat creature that we saved in town. So I thought you might find some comfort in knowing that many of your friends, if not all of them, it doesn't name everyone, they lived beyond that night. And they went on to have other adventures. And so even though we've gone, at least 100 years into the future, I wanted you to know that many of them did not die that night.
And he hasn't really moved from his position. You do see the grip on the rail that he's holding on to tighten a little bit. But he doesn't say anything to that. And he kind of, not for a while anyway, he kind of sits with you in silence for a minute, just taking comfort. He's a very extroverted guy. So he just kind of takes comfort in you being there next to him for a minute. And then he looks over at you, and he can't really hide kind of the wetness in his eyes, but he can't speak because it'll come out shaky, but he does give you a nod. And he puts his good hand on the notebook and slides it towards him. And at that, you're going to see steam just kind of blow out of this small hole at the deck of the ship.
Oh, what's he up to now?
Avaran!
You're going to hear Calamity scream for you. But then you're going to feel kind of a paw kind of rest on your shoulder and like a nice tight grip. And he's going to look at you. Do you still think they'll have my buffalo chips in this era?
I think that if they don't have them, you're the only one that can bring them back.
And he kind of sighs. And it was like, and he gives you another kind of little squeeze, and then he does take the journal, and he walks and sits next to another crew member who's trying to put together a fire and failing.
Cool. And at that, I kind of give him a little nod and turn to go towards, the shouting from Calamity.
And as you walk over, Denny's gonna sit down and sort of wait until you've gone a fair distance from him, and he's kind of just gonna watch you walk off and like peer into the fucking hole. And he's gonna look down at his paw and open the first page of the journal, and he's gonna start reading. And Calamity, as that's happening, Avran, you're over kind of near him. He's sort of right in the center of the deck, actually. There's a big gaping hole in the center, but then there's a couple of like shaky plats that Calamity happened to walk over and fall through. But Toddle, once you have this puzzle box in your hand, okay, quick question. If you were to imagine what your magic looked like how I know GW is really good at describing his, but like what color would it be? Like what kind of force is it? Is it a light force? Is it strong? Not anything laced into your inventions per se, unless you want it to, but like if you emitted some sort of magic entity of yourself, what would it look like?
You're muted.
Sorry about that. Would that count if I like because I was touched by Maynard? Would that have any influence on it?
Maynard, yeah, like his aura is very yellow.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like yellow, thundery, like that's
okay. So strong force, fast force. I figured.
Yeah, it would be equivalent to that of thunder. That is
okay.
What and like even from the beginning, that's very much his energy style.
Okay.
It'd be quick, fast, and strike hard.
Okay, got it. And that's exactly what happens as you kind of hold, and you're gonna look at this puzzle box, and this is not even a joke, but I'm gonna say like this is it. This is as you hold on to it, you're looking at all the kind of contraptions to it. The puzzle box is built very much like Pinhead's box, where it is some sort of puzzle that you have to figure out. But the longer you hold it though, and as the warmer it gets in your hand, you do feel like this energy, and it's starting to vibrate. You can feel it through the tips of your fingers, and then you decide to attune to it. The moment you even are thinking of maybe I'll attune to it now and do get this over with, you're gonna find yourself in sort of almost like a hyper fixated state. Like all you can see is tunnel vision. It's like everything else around you seems to be going at a faster speed. Like everything's 4 times speed. And you're hyper aware of your entire environment. You can hear a ton of birds flying overhead that you probably didn't notice before, like real huge winter, like almost dragon-like birds kind of soaring through the sky, and they're actually cast with invisibility on themselves, but you can see them. All the trees start to sort of hum almost to each other, like they're communicating with their own intricate, almost druidic like language.
Yeah.
The ship, you can hear every creak. You can sense every piece of metal that it's taken to build this ship. Just all this information is like just pouring into your head. And at first it's exciting, you're riveted by it. It's like being on drugs. But then all of a sudden it becomes a little too overwhelming. Instead of you running with it, you're starting to be pulled by it. So any moment you're trying to slow it down or resist, it becomes even more difficult. It becomes harder, even painful. And then you find yourself just fucking in it. So go ahead and roll a Arcana check, please.
Yeah, that was ma'am. Is this my yeah. Can I add modifiers? Like my modifiers are just flat? Or my bonus, rather.
Yes, you add your bonus to it.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, do it.
11.
11? Okay.
Really bad.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot resist it. You are sucked in. You're trying to inlay your own power to it, and you do notice it's almost like, magic is happening all around us all the time, and you are told that like every little little creature is told that in this world, that magic exists everywhere around you, but it's the first time you actually are physically seeing it. If you look up again, and you do look up, and if it was someone from the outside, all they would see is your eyes just a pitch black. As you peer into the sky, pierce through it, see those dragon-like birds again, and they're radiating kind of this like foggy blue kind of clouded energy, and they're wafting it in waves, and it's spreading into the sky. It's like falling and sinking into the earth as they do so, causing a ripple effect to everything. It's like being on mushrooms. I'm just kidding. Don't cancel me. But it's crazy, and you can see it all, including yourself. You look back down slowly at the box, and it's just, you can't take your fingers off of it, and you just see this like electric, just bright yellow, almost orange tinted power, just like you're pumping all of your energy into it. Everything that's coming out from your core and your chest, which is just bright yellow, it's hard to make out the shapes, is pouring into this box. And you are going to wake up from that, and it's going to be like nothing happened. It's going to be like only seconds have gone by. So not only did you attune to it in like less than a second, and you actually peered a little bit into the future. So all that 4 times speed, you actually got a little bit of a dose of. So if you were to look up now, you'll notice, you can't see them, but you'll notice those dragons are going to just start flying over you. And you're going to look down, you're going to feel normal, but you also your body may or may not react to it really well. So go ahead and do a medicine check on yourself.
Okay.
I'll
7.
It's all
7.
over.
I got it. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah,
I got
you don't.
sick.
You're gonna throw up.
Yay!
But that's about it. You're gonna have a sore tummy, and you're gonna have
Tummy hurt.
disadvantage on all checks, all rolls for the
Okay.
next hour.
Okay.
But
Tummy hurt.
but if you look down at the box, it is attuned to you, and it looks like all the crevices from the box are glowing yellow and orange.
Yay! We attuned to the scary puzzle box.
So it is ready to be solved if possible. But you would have to be the pilot for it. So people can tell you what they think you should do, but you have to be the one to do it. It's the only way the puzzle box will move.
Okay. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run. I'm not sure where I'm at. Where am I located on Tailspire? Let's see.
Oh, you are. Oops.
Where am I?
You are on the deck with the rest of the crewmates.
Okay.
You're right here.
Doing workshop things because there was a workshop bench. Yeah. I'm gonna try to look around for Vera, Calamity, Avaran, and be like, "You guys want to help me solve this box? Like, it's weird things just happened. It was weird, but."
You see Avaran, and Avaran will tell us what he's doing right now. But Vera is actually looking for their own quarters, which does still exist. And Vera's gonna realize that a lot of the same things are sort of set in their place. It looks like they definitely overtook the captain's quarters over time, but they were able to find their possessions in a big chest, and it's arcane locked.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah. So
fun fact: if I happen to have arcane lock as a spell, can I unlock it with it?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can only lock things. I can't.
Yeah,
unlock it.
I forgot you still have that. That's useful.
Okay.
But yeah, Avaran, what are you doing after you hear Calamity call to you?
I had made my way to go find him.
Yeah.
And so, do I cross paths with Toddle on the way there? Am I already below deck whenever Toddle comes looking for me?
You are probably still on top of you. I think you still just hear Calamity yell out when Toddle is finished attuning with the box.
Okay.
So Calamity, you're looking over and you're seeing this big like plume of steam just like kind of coming from this small hole on the deck, and Avaran standing near it.
Calamity, what are you doing down there?
Well, I was trying to just to warm up the carpet, but then I got a lot of steam and I just start to babble on.
And how exactly did you warm it up?
You hear a moment of silence, of awkward silence, and then like you hear my voice echo up. I thought about fire.
And you think, based on your track record, that was the best way to warm it up?
Again, there's another long period of awkward silence. No.
Well, I'm glad you see that, friend. Do you need help with anything down there?
Yes.
How big is the hole that the steam came up through? And you're quiet.
It's the size of Calamity.
It's the size of Calamity, so I wouldn't be able to fit
It's a
through
rabbit hole. Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to look for a way down below deck.
Okay.
As he begins to look for a way below deck, I want to say, hello, Raiders! Thanks for coming in. Prometheus, welcome. We are currently doing a dice giveaway. Enter !critical in the chat for your chance to win some critical dice. Good luck, everyone.
Yes.
And Mackenzie, could you please do a shout out for them, please?
Here.
Yep.
Have at it, Chris.
We got a lot going on. Yeah, Chris, you roll investigation real quick.
I will investigate. Hold on. Let me get my handy dandy note sheet here.
Notes.
11.
Okay, I mean, there is probably an easier way they didn't roll high enough for, but it looks like if you were to like tie a rope anywhere, the big kind of gaping hole on the first floor of the ship would lead down to it. But he is on the 4th level down, and you're on the top level, so you'd have to go down 4 floors.
Gotcha.
But it's really open like this, like.
So, if I take my rope out and tie it to something, I can just lower myself down.
Yeah.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Oh, I'm good at athletics. Don't even start it. So I rolled a 7, which means I get a 15.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh my God.
Even the bad rolls are good rolls.
He's a swole boy.
Wait, where are you at? Where's your figure?
I think I might be near the opening, if I can see it.
That's Vera. Where's you at?
I don't know.
Oh, you're over here. Okay.
Oh, that's right. I was looking all wistfully last time.
Yes. Okay, Toddle, what are you doing? You're seeing Avaran kind of prepare to descend to the bottom of the ship.
Where are you going? Are you gonna help me with this thing? So we can figure out what this is, or what's the plan here?
Calamity almost set fire to the ship, so I'm going to see if he needs something.
Okay, I'm following.
Okay. So both of you roll strength checks just to make sure you get down safely.
Okay.
Oh boy, strength is not. And I'm disadvantaged on everything. Damn it.
15 strength check.
Okay.
11.
All right. Well, not bad. Hey, you both make it down just fine.
Yay.
And as you both go down there, you do see the same thing that Calamity did, which is a lot of just kind of ice, like dark, just old, packed ice. But you do see piles of crates along the inside of the ship, as well as a couple of chests that are kind of on that far hallway. Otherwise, this part of the ship is pretty old. You are standing on a now thawed, soaking wet, really ornate, beautiful rug.
How
it's a little
big
steamy.
is it?
It's like 10 feet long.
Okay.
So it's a big old area rug.
Gotcha.
Calamity. What you doing here, bud?
Okay. Well, I fell down. That little hole was me. I I fell, and then when I got down here, it was too dark, because I can't see in the dark, but I guess everyone else can. And you guys do realize now that there are these glowing, fluttering butterflies down here. Everyone, I think you might have seen them once before. Todd, no, you've definitely seen them. And they're all kind of starting to come more towards the center where we are, to kind of make a little kind of loop around us. And then it was too dark, so they came, and then I was able to see, and then I found this rug, and it was frozen. So I was like, oh, that's a really nice rug, but I can't really see it. So I was like, okay, well, I was practicing my magic with Avaran, and then I thought maybe I could thaw it out, and then Steve.
And you'll
yeah, good.
Real quick, you do notice that the rug is mostly green and red, really organic in shape, but still that kind of, at the same time, structured kind of overall composition and design of Celtic knotting. But in the center is a big crescent moon.
Does that mean anything to Avaran?
I do history check. Yeah, I was like, history check. I got a fat history bonus. 16.
10.
Okay.
You're going to dice jail.
Well, Avaran, you know about the same amount as Calamity, so you do know this is probably from the Southern Islands. It's mostly overrun with humans. They kind of dominate the trade industry throughout the entire universe of this world, of this plane anyway. Very wealthy part of the world. And because of trade, there's a lot of different ethnicities, different creatures, all kinds of stuff. You can find, there's something for everyone there. But as far as this rug is concerned, it's really not the style. Usually each city has their own distinct style, but this one's a little different from what you imagine. Toddle, because of your higher roll, you know all of that. Plus, it does look very druid-like to you.
Well, this rug that you just tried to ignite is...
I thought it out.
It is, shows evidence of a druid being here. So that's interesting. We should, be on the lookout for any animals that may be not a tabaxi. I don't know what that species is, but look out for things that don't look like they're in our initial crew, I suppose, because that might be who has been the reclaimer of this vessel since we are disappearing.
But it's really old. It was frozen in a block of ice. They might be long gone by now.
That's true too, but I'm just using what I've got, and Toddle, I guess we can continue searching around and seeing anything, but I don't think this is Vera's. They would tell us, I think, if they had a druid's rug.
Since I've been down here, I found some really interesting things. So from one pocket I'll pull out the ring, and from another pocket I'll pull out the jeweled necklace, and then also there's so much stuff in this book, and I'll pull out the tome or the book or whatever of kind of the history of the ship or this area. And there's also a ton of wine right over there, and I'll point out the wine, and I'll point out the clothing, and from the 3 boxes that I opened, I just kind of lay it all out.
Okay.
So meanwhile, Avaran is just kind of pensive because the symbol reminds him of the coin that he found in Hell, which in turn reminds him of a coin that he has seen before in his youth. And basically, here's some backstory, everyone.
Yay!
So,
about the lore.
One of these coins was found on Avaran's mother's body. when she was killed, when he was a young child. And so he has long suspected that someone from these, islands was behind it. No one was ever caught. And so that's why when he found the coin, he was kind of like, wondering what the significance of that, why it was there, and he kept it. Now he sees this, and it just really makes him angry because now it's occurring to him. We've gone 100 years into the future, and the people who killed his mother are probably dead by now. And so he is angry that he will not have his vengeance.
Does he? What do we see? I'm guessing he doesn't say any of this. He's just
no, none
having
of
a
this
mental
is.
moment?
It's all kind of internal conflict. You can just see like his eyes kind of darting, back and forth, like just kind of thinking everything through in his mind, like realizing that because as we come to grips with being in the future now, all these different realizations about what was left behind and what we'll never be able to do and what we'll never know from our regular time are coming back to him, and I'm sure each of us. And so this is one that like is really kind of like frustrating him. So yes, he's just like going over this whole thing in his mind and just getting like really pissed about it.
As he's in his own head, you hear like squishy noises as I like hop over on the soaking wet carpet, and I see you kind of like almost like arguing with yourself or someone like in your head, and I see I'm just like, Avaran, are you familiar with that coin?
And I take it out from my pouch and look at it and look down at the rug. And I say, yes, my friend. This symbol is something I recognize from long ago. And it's only now occurring to me that now that we find ourselves in our current situation, I may never find out something that I was really hoping to.
Well, I was gonna say just because we went in time doesn't mean you can't go back in time.
I look at Tuttle like, what?
And so do I. I'm like, so you know how to get back then?
No. Of course I don't know how to get back. I haven't read that much about time travel, but
I know nothing on the subject, so
neither do I. But if there's something, if we can go, if this can happen, if this type of arcane magic can awaken and summon us to a completely different time period, what makes you think you're not going to be able to still exact your revenge? I mean, if it can move forward, you should be able to move back. I'm sure the possibilities are out there. We just got to meet the right people.
And also, you're half elf, right? You live a really long time, so maybe whoever you're looking for answers lives a long time.
All I'm saying is don't give up on your quest, Avaran. I think it's still plausible for you to do what you would like to do.
And completely
supportive friends over here.
And completely without thinking about personal boundaries, Calamity, like his ears shoot up and look at Avaran. What is your personal quest, by the way?
Murder.
Stone cold.
I've been trying to find the right words for it for a while now, because it's not something I've ever really put into words. It's a feeling inside me, a feeling that the world we've known our entire lives is wrong, as if it's something that's been forced upon us, something that isn't supposed to be. And my purpose is to right the world, set it back to what it was before the Great War, give us all peace, and take vengeance upon those who would subjugate us and kill us and plunge this world into darkness.
So with Avaran's sudden vibe change from like Avaran to Avaran. Calamity's ears just kind of like slowly drop to the ground and kind of looks over at Toddle to see what he thinks.
Toddle is gonna like pat Avaran on the back, or just do one of these and be like, well, we're all in it, we all have this very similar cause, so it's lucky you have a party where we're all similar. And is gonna like give him a don't worry about it sort of tap, and continue to examine the items that Calamity brought out.
And as Toddle like is this kind of like, so like, oh, we're all on the same path. Calamity's like, wait, what? Wait, where? And then like he has like a recollection of like when they were in hell and freeing all those souls, and then him actually being in like the same space as the god of the void and getting that same feeling, and then like coming right back here like, oh right.
You're in the army now.
Yeah.
And he'll just have a existential crisis by himself while everyone else does what they do.
Cool.
You know, that does raise a good question too. I think we should be very careful about how we venture out into the world once we do decide to leave this ship, because we don't know what's out there. We don't know how the world has changed in the time that we've been gone.
Not only that, but when we just got back from hell, that we were attacked by creatures that are already starting to fume up from this incident. So, are they releasing of souls? So,
I mean,
good questions.
Is the Hellmouth even still open?
Definitely not. Or at least not where we appeared from. We see that was sealed off by Evie. I also have that bracelet from her, by the way. Anyway, you guys want to help me solve this puzzle? Speaking of going back in time and doing arcane things, you guys want to help me solve this puzzle box?
You open the puzzle box?
I'm trying to open it. It's got my magical bliss in it or whatever.
The one that eyeless lady gave you?
Yes. Love her, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when you guys ventured into some random portal and left me to be caught in the middle of, two women.
But
that was classic.
But
I don't know what was worse.
And kind of just gonna be like, but that was your own fault, though.
That's beside the point.
I'm gonna hop over to Toddle and take a look at this puzzle box with him.
Yeah, I'll give it to Calamity.
Over the two of them as well, and just like look as they're.
Yeah.
And as we do, like all the butterflies like kind of like come in closer around us. So it's like kind of, we have a very kind of bright purple / wine red kind of aura around the group as we like huddle.
All right, I don't care what you roll, but roll a flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence. Okay.
Just flat it out and tell me what each of you get.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna use my last inspiration. I'm definitely gonna use my last inspiration on this.
Well, intelligence is one of jump stats.
Well,
So
yeah.
rolled a 7 anyway.
I
Okay,
am definitely.
7.
I'm gonna use my only luck as well. Okay, better.
Mackenzie, what'd you get?
I got a 2.
Wow.
Not a complete loss, but
okay.
pretty close.
I got a total of 12.
12. Okay.
Is this against magic? Can I have advantage on magic?
Well, I mean, okay. So all of you kind of peer into the box. It looks like it's, like I mentioned before, it does have some openings. It looks like you can manipulate in a certain way, but you're pulling on it, you're pushing on everything, and like nothing seems to be taking form. But Calamity, you do notice that it is reactive to touch. Like the light either dims or brightens when it's touched in certain areas.
You guys, are you saying that? It's like when you touch certain areas, the light changes. Is that a clue?
I just start touching different areas now.
Right. I'm almost like curious to like put it to like what's like a warm area, but under your arm. Like he's gonna take it and put it under his armpit and see if like temperature's a thing.
Temperature does nothing.
Okay, well,
good test though. But Avran, as you notice, as Avran's touching it, Toddle, you're still holding it, right?
I have it. Yeah.
And I'm literally just doing it in a very pokey type manner.
Yes. But when Calamity touches the box at the same time, it does glow a little brighter.
Oh, okay. Okay, so everyone touch together.
What side should I touch?
Any side, just touch it.
Okay. I'll touch like the bottom because it's like I see it like kind of higher.
Wait a minute, friends. There are 6 sides to this box. Each of us has 2 hands. What if we put our hands on 2 sides? Like I'll do these sides, you do the top.
I'll do top down since I'm holding it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. What's your thumb? What's your thumb? Sorry. I put my like elbow in like Toddle's face. It's very uncomfortable.
I was like, God damn it! He's like, gotta take his gloves off.
I'm in a very uncomfortable position.
Oh, and now my tattoo is showing. I don't know if that matters, but he takes his gloves off. The tattoo's there.
Has that tattoo always been there? And I touched the sides of the box.
Damn. Nice, you figured it out. Everyone roll Arcana, please.
Yay! Okay. I have good modifier there.
I'm typically good at that. Let's see what happens.
Roll high, roll high.
Okay,
got 15.
Oh,
15. Nat 1.
No, okay. Not a nat 1. Well, no.
Actually, the numbers only matter in a specific way. So if you roll low or high, it doesn't really matter. I just have to do a thing.
And I'm gonna use my feature. I'm gonna use my luck feature. Okay, so my Arcana came to a total of, oh my god, where is it? Here it is. Total of 11.
Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fun. Totally side railing it, but oh my god. Okay, hold on.
As I do, rather.
I mean, this can really be handy though if you do this right. Okay. Let me just do the thing. Hold on, sorry. Oh my god. Okay. So all 3 of you are gonna white out and appear in yet a different place again. You're gonna be, for now, totally alone. And we're gonna focus on Avaran for now. Avaran, you're gonna look around and you're gonna be in what appears to be just a barren, dark forest. There are no leaves or bushes or anything on the trees. Looks like all the trees that are around you are very evenly spaced around you and seems to go on forever, and everything is just flat. So it's almost like you're just looking into layers and layers of trees. None of them seem to bear any life at all. Looks like these trees are dead, or some of them almost the same color as ash. But when you look up into the sky, it looks like the sky is not really a natural sky. It looks just orange. There's no moon. There is sound. It's almost like a wispy wind sound. You do hear 2 other creatures kind of rustling about a little bit. You can even, because sound travels so fast here, you can even hear breathing of your teammates a good 100 feet either side of you. But when you look down to look on the ground, you do notice you have rabbit's feet. And you are in the body of Calamity. Toddle, you're doing the same thing. You're looking around. You're seeing all these trees. You do hear what you think is your teammates about 100 feet either side of you and a little bit more forward. I think you're the one with the most distance away from everyone. You're a good 120 feet away from each of them. But as you look to the side, you do notice, damn, I'm pretty freaking tall. And you look and you feel a little lighter too, because normally you're carrying a ton of crap under your cloak. You go ahead and reach and touch your chest. You are gonna feel plated armor, and you're gonna realize you're in the body of Avaran. And then same thing, Chris. I mean, not Chris. GW. You are looking around. You are a little taller than expected, but maybe it's just the barrenness of this place. But you feel heavy. You feel like you're carrying like easily like 80 pounds of shit.
Oh.
And you lift up your arms and you hear the clang of bottles and like little bits of chains, of tools, a giant fucking book back there for some reason that's giving you a back cramp. And you notice
stuff?
You're in the bottle of Toddle. You're in the body of Toddle. And you are going to look behind you and you're going to hear like a little bit of rustling and like kind of like squeaking and squelching like in a glass jar. And you're going to see the little tiny willow seed kind of looking at you and kind of tilting its pod to the side like, who the fuck are you?
It's throwing a fit.
But Toddle, when I say Toddle, I'm speaking to the Toddle, even though you are in the body of Avaran. For future reference, Toddle, you are gonna like lift up your gloved hand and you are gonna notice you're still holding the box, but the box is no longer emitting light.
Okay. So I think we have somehow got into the box or taken the energy from this box. Can I?
You are now immersed into the puzzle of this box.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you kind of guide it. If you run into a clue, I will point it out.
Okay.
And then I will indicate it's a clue.
Okay.
But as far as what you have to do, you have to figure it out.
All right.
Okay.
Starting out, are we all still like way away from each other? We can hear each other, but it sounds like we're like miles away, right?
Well, it's hard to tell because you're farther than you think because sound travels so fast here. So if you were to talk in a normal voice, it'll sound like that person's just like 10 feet away from you, but there's not going to be anybody there.
Okay, I'm going to look into the void of the white and be like, Toddle, I think there's something wrong. Toddle.
Can I hear that?
Toddle, you can, and it's going to come out as your voice. It's like your own voice is calling out to you.
Oh, I don't like that voice. Oh, that's not cool. Oh man.
Avaran, that's not cool to say because I'm guessing Toddle sounds like Avaran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's actually not cool to say.
I don't like that voice. I don't like.
Oh my god! Who's using my voice? Who's using my voice?
I don't like that. I don't like that voice.
Something's wrong. Something really wrong. I think at this point, Calamity, who is in Toddle's body, is like in the fetal position. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong right now. You guys,
Okay.
I can hear myself in my head. I don't even know what that was.
DM.
Yes.
Does this mean I can't cast my spells? I have to go. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have to go to Avaran's sheet. Okay,
you have a very full power. You do hear, it looks like even Avaran's falcon is attuned to you. Like you can even hear him in your head, and it's very similar. Like he's confused and he is speaking into your head, asking, "Where are we?"
Okay.
And that deep sort of like silky, sultry hawk voice.
That very well.
Niam.
Yes.
Niam.
Niam, yeah.
Yeah, Niam. Okay, so this isn't weird. Toddle is gonna call forth Niam and what? Hey, I don't think he would be too distracted by the fact that he is taller because this Toddle has done many things to his body and has been through quite a bit. So he's gonna just be like, okay, nice. Can see over the counter now. Niam, can you do me a favor and go to go to Calamity and guide me the way to Calamity, which would be technically Avaran.
All right, and you're gonna see like out of the amulet it's gonna burn kind of an amber at first, and the light's gonna protrude outward, but then really quickly start to kind of swirl and turn, and out is gonna come out your peregrine falcon.
Mhm.
And at first it's gonna pace around you and realize just now that you are not Avaran.
Yeah.
but does
Yeah.
recognize who you are, and is gonna kind of like a jet fly into the sky for a second, finds them pretty quickly, and is gonna gesture you to follow.
Okay, so that's where I will be going. That's where all my walking speed will be.
Okay.
In the distance before Neom takes off, Toddle's gonna yell like, "I helped get you," you know. And I'm curious. I want to see if does Avaran have any like light, something that I like a torch or anything that I can light with, because light would probably be pretty useful.
Feel around on his body. Feel around.
Yeah, I'm like, what does Avaran have in terms of casting the light?
And it won't. I don't think you'll need it this game, but you are welcome to look on each other's. You have access to each other's character sheets, but only that character that your body is encompassing.
Okay. Huh.
Just looking through my right now.
I know.
Calamity
you'll find torches.
No, this is great because literally GW has seen Toddle's sheet so many times, so he knows.
I'm just freaking out on my own. Something's wrong.
Patient. We'll get you. We'll get you.
Don't worry, Calamity. You'll be all right.
Where are my ears?
Wait, you have swords.
Where are my
so
ears? Oh
Toddle's gonna like
crystal
be
longsword.
pulling out.
Cast.
Yeah, Toddle's gonna be pulling out all these swords, and he's gonna be like, "Do you do something? Do you do something?" Until I get to the sword that actually can do some light.
Who took my
And
tail?
And by then you're gonna see your Toddle in view, and then the falcon is gonna go land there. But he's also, once he gestures towards Toddle, he's gonna, or GW, he's gonna fly over to where he knows Avaran is, and Avaran, you're gonna see your falcon come and kind of land in front of you, and he's almost your height.
Oh, you're a lot bigger.
And he's gonna kind of turn his head, but you can't understand him.
Have you seen the others around?
and he's gonna kind of turn and just sort of hover in front of you and lead you towards the rest of the group. And at that, I think it's a good place to end tonight's show.
Okay.
So sorry that I was late and it had to be a shorter show, but next week is going to be a good time. And right in time for like the month of Halloween, because
Exactly.
this is a great Halloween season.
It's true.
Art.
Spooky body switchers.
Yeah, the Body Snatchers episode.
Oh, jeez.
All right, as we start to close it down, while I look for someone to raid and I get together the list of possible dice winners, I'm going to let you guys take it away and talk to chat while I get that organized and kind of come up with a raid message for the next group we go to.
Yeah, and
Yay.
team, I just have you by next week try to get as familiar with your new character sheet as possible. Because
Okay.
this will take not too long, hopefully.
No shit.
But
Did I just derail again?
no, it's actually, I think, kind of awesome that this is happening now.
What's
Wow.
interesting is I can't seem to access anyone else's sheet through the app, so I'll have to do it on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to go through it on the computer, so that's good.
Yeah, just keep your emotions in check, otherwise bad shit will happen.
Oh boy.
Seriously, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see. Woo-wee. Okay, going back. I'm muting myself again, getting ready for the giveaway.
You mean? And then maybe
Beep, beep.
I have to make a Beerus Tabaxi character.
Yes, you do.
Right,
He's
baby?
so
I just
dope.
don't want him to die.
Yeah, I know.
If only you were the DM.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just gonna like
Like the
OP
one
him.
character who will never die.
Yes.
Yeah, you can give him unlimited power. Just do it.
That's true.
Uh,
He's just gonna be a merchant that sells cheese.
Right.
that's very Beerus of him.
I know.
Hi.
So meanwhile, chat, what would you do if you found
Yeah.
yourself in the body of someone else or in the body of one of our characters?
That was a good mix because one of the roles is just to determine who got whose body.
Oh,
cool.
okay. So because I rolled a 1, I got Calamity.
Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah.
but very much on brand. I'm not gonna lie. Very
I think
much on
the
brand.
Switch is pretty freaking solid. It'll be fun.
I think so too.
No, it'll be great.
I cannot wait to use
Top-
things.
Toddle has height. Oh my gosh.
Toddle has height. Not Star though. He's done quite a number to himself over the years, so he's like,
That's
oh, this is quite nice. Oh, this is good. I like being very freaking tall.
Because like how tall is Toddle? Or I forget.
Gnome. He's
Oh.
gnome sized.
Tall?
Yeah, Calamity and Toddle are the littles.
The little schmools.
I mean, I knew Calamity was. I figured he was just rabbit
Let me
size.
see.
Yes.
Well, Harangon.
That's a good point.
I will do some fact checking.
Harangon's like 3 feet tall, right?
They vary, but Calamity is very much a runt. And
How do you spell
smallest.
Harangon?
H-A-R?
Yes, it's Heron, H-A-R-E-N, Heron, Gon, G-O-N.
Yeah,
Harangon.
it's like here and gone. That's how I see it. Here and gone.
Which is most hairs.
I'm actually surprised by how tall gnomes are. It says an average of 3.5 feet. I figured that was at
Oh.
least a foot shorter than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Base height. So for Herringons, it's 3. Yeah, 3.5, basically.
All right, not bad.
Yeah.
A little taller than Kenku's,
All right.
smaller than Cobalt.
All right, if you guys have not gotten on the list yet, this now is the time. Enter exclamation point critical in the chat for your place on the list. Right now, we have, if I roll a 1, it's going to be Agent Fox. 2, Mascot. 3, Storytime by Tig. 4, The One Good Bean. 5, Lemurian Settler. If you did not hear your name, be sure to type in exclamation point critical. Otherwise, I'm going to go and roll this D6. DM, what color D6 should I roll?
The
Out of-
plum.
Out of the plumber peach.
Out of any color you want.
Ooh, do you have purple ones?
I do.
That's plum. Plum.
All right. Plum's been doing me really well this game.
I'm in a purple mood. I want to dye my hair purple.
Do it.
That would be fun.
Lately, or
Yeah.
just like a streak?
I think I want to do just the ends.
All right. Good
Okay,
luck.
you
Good
should do
luck,
it.
everyone. If I roll a 6, it's a reroll. Bada boom. 4. Number 4. The One Good Bean.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Dance.
I feel like you like just won, not like recently too. Congratulations again. We have
Oh.
we have your info. Oh, yay. So with that, I think I know who we're headed to raid. What is our raiding message, you guys?
Oh, I didn't make one.
Thinking
What's in the
inside
box? Thinking
What,
inside
what'd
the
you
box.
say? Oh. I don't
Thinking-
know.
You said thinking inside the box?
Thinking
Sure.
inside the box, switching inside.
Or I could do what's in the box.
I do like that one.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky
Freaky
Monday.
Hmm.
Do we have a box emoji? No. I do the.
I'm searching,
do have
I'm
these
searching.
Freaky
ones.
Friday on a Monday.
Random hamsters by Anne in the chat.
It's gonna be your roaring good time.
I love that one.
So I'm just waiting for that so I can copy and paste it, and then we'll go raid. I'm not gonna say the name yet because there's a chance that they might shut down before I press the button, so we'll see.
Whoa.
Total party show?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Excuse me, gosh.
Symbols.
And show Sweepy.
Like, I had a fucking date.
I am so happy that Chris, you did the calamity voice. Oh my god.
I was laughing
Oh
so
my
hard,
god, I wasn't ready. I love it.
Yeah, all the voices.
I still tried to do it with like Avaran's like
Accent.
thing,
Accent.
but in Calamity's voice. That's what that was.
All right,
It was
everyone.
so good.
Copy the message that Mackenzie just put in chat. Thinking in the box, thinking inside the box. And we are going to raid, if they're not closing, the Lollygaggers. They've shown us so much love. I'm gonna go over there. The Lolly.
I was gonna say, if they're not, I have someone else we could raid that would be kind of cool.
Oh, they're on. They're here. All right, so
They're here. Let's do it.
start raid. All right, everyone get in there. Everyone get in that raid so we can show them some love. Get in there. Get in there.
See you later, you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hearts.